The Fox 49 Saturday Sports Show High School Highlights are brought to you by Tallahassee Community College, your college of choice.
Good morning, sports world. What better way to kickstart your football weekend than with a dose of the Fox 49 Saturday Sports Show? I'm Elton Gumbel. Thanks for joining us today. Now, we have a jam-packed show full of college and high school goodness just for you. Yes, it is bright and early in the morning, but it's also time to get you pumped up about the local sports scene. Let's go ahead and start off with bragging rights being dished out on the high school football level. Class 2A had two undefeated teams that met up last night with a district crown on the line. North Florida Christian, top team in the class. FAMU High right behind them at number 2. To Bragg Stadium, we go for the goods. Rattlers won the coin toss and got the ball to open the game. They opened in a big way. That's DeJuan Holton. He's been a beast all season long, and right there puts the Rattlers ahead on a 42-yard touchdown run. First possession for the Eagles, quarterback Matt Dotson. Picked off by Dante Fields. The NFC defense stepped up this time, though, and forced FAMU High to punt. After being pinned at their own 1-yard line, North Florida Christian marched down the field, finished off a 99-yard drive with a Warren Hart touchdown run. 7-6, NFC would take the lead. Second quarter, same score. Dotson, the pitch to Jonathan Vickers. 6 yards out. 13-6, NFC would keep the Rattlers out of the end zone the rest of the game to win District 41-6 over FAMU High. Let's swing to Gene Cox Stadium, where the Lincoln Trojans have been in state championship form. Playing in Class 7A, they hosted Ocala Forest. Fun and games at the fairgrounds, but Forest High went some trickeration. Fourth down, they went from field goal formation to dropping back to pass. Lincoln's Cameron Randolph wasn't fooled, picks it off for the Trojans. That would eventually lead to this man, Brian Cruz, putting the left foot through the uprights. 10-7, Lincoln on top. Trojans brought the defense too. Big Rodney Jones was practically in the huddle for this one. Big tackle for the loss. Then there's this guy, running back DJ Abner. More than 450 yards in the last 2 weeks. Looks like he tried to get 450 more on this play alone. Cuts it back, turns on the Jets. He'll get a lot of Facebook friend requests after that one. 41-21, big win for Coach Yusef Shakir and Lincoln High. All right, let's cross the border for a Class 4A showdown. Region implications were on the line last night in South Georgia. For those of you who don't know, region crowns are the same as district titles in the Sunshine State. Different name, but still the same kind of importance. Just ask the folks in Bainbridge and Thomas County Central. The winner gets third in Region 4A. Bainbridge scored 61 points last week, and they picked up right where they left off. Quincy Fortson, first play from scrimmage, takes it 38 yards for the touchdown. They are pumped up in Bearcat country. Later in the first, it's Fortson again, this time scrambling around the pocket and gets free. Watch him take off. You know, Coach Pilcher is loving that. 21-0 lead on his former team. But Central was not going out like that. Star quarterback Adam Choice is pretty good. Gets a touchdown on the Jackets. Right there. Defense actually stepped up for Thomas County Central. Bainbridge would not score again in regulation, but in overtime, Central kicked a field goal and took a 24-21 lead. Then Bainbridge scored on an 8-yard touchdown, and they take third place in the region. Let's keep it in South Georgia, where the Region 3A crown has to go through Coach Tom Fallaw and the K-Rose Syrup Makers. America Sumter was hoping to sour K-Rose sweet season. How does a 21-0 Syrup Makers lead taste? It would get much sweeter. Second half, Americas turns the ball over. K-Rose, Terrell Kaysen scoops it up. Our own James Ward called it a lightning in a bottle. 59 yards later, it's 28-zip K-Rose. Fourth quarter, 35-0 now. K-Rose, and look at that. Drake Robertson is on one. Actually, he's on 6 more for the touchdown. K-Rose dominates 42-0. Congrats to the Makers. Back in the capital city, the Leon Lions have battled through a brand new class and a brand new district. Lions are the only Tallahassee team in their district, but a win would give them bragging rights in the top seed. They hosted Columbia High out of Lake City, the same school where FSU's Timmy Jernigan came from. Real physical game. Look at Tim Longmire taking a cheap shot after he's already down. Tigers got sloppy with the ball, though. High snap. Lions just could not pounce on the fumble. It was that kind of night for Big Red. Not a pretty one. Columbia wins this one 38-3 over Leon. Over in Havana, East Gaston Jaguars have been gaining momentum under head coach Corey Fuller. Tons of talent, tons of speed, and fresh off a road win last week at Florida High. We're scoreless in the first quarter when East Gaston changes things with a quickness. Jags on their first play, hands it off to Terrell Reynolds, takes it all the way to the end zone untouched. for the early 7-0 Jags lead. Don't blink, you might miss another Jaguar touchdown. Still first quarter, that's Janoris Cunningham dropping back. Look at Christopher Daniels go up and get it. Might have to call him the elevator man after that one. Big 14-0 lead. Second quarter, Jags up 30-zip. Goal line, Reynolds again taking it in. 37-0 at that point. He's gassed and goes on to win 44-0. To the Rose City we go. Georgia Independent style featured Brookwood hosting Southwest Georgia Academy. You have to love the horse at Brookwood. And while the horse is nice, so is this. Brookwood's Justin Johnson breaking off the 40-yard run through traffic, finds the house. Will Warren added a touchdown of his own, but the scoreboard was owned by the home team. Final score 71-8. Warriors dominate